out on bond. Austin Drummond, out on bond. Who is Austin Drummond? Why is he out on bond? Why did he have the opportunity to take the lives of 4 individuals and an aggravated kidnapping charge somehow connected to little 7-month-old Weslynn left in a stranger's front yard July 29th in Dyer County, Tennessee? Today I take you back to the northwestern edges of Tennessee. Dyer County, Lake County, small areas where a tragedy occurred, and it all started with little 7-month-old Weslynn being left in a stranger's yard, strapped into her car seat in the 94-degree heat with no water and no shelter. Let's get right to it. Who is Austin Drummond? He is out on bond. He has had a long life of criminal history. He spent 13 years in the penitentiary and was released September 1st of 2024 with many charges coming from while he was in the penitentiary, including first-degree attempted M. But he is out on bond. Let's get to it, my friends. The Tennessee quadruple murders. This is Austin Drummond. Take a good look at his face because he's wanted. He's one of Tennessee's most wanted now. He is 28 years old, 5'10", 180 pounds, and there is a connection to the family of 4 whose bodies were found lifeless in Lake County, Tennessee. According to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, he is wanted for 1 charge of first-degree M. He is a suspect, innocent until proven guilty, but he is their suspect. He is on the run, armed, and dangerous. He faces first-degree M, 4 charges, 1 charge of aggravated kidnapping, and numerous charges of a felon in possession of a firearm. Because do not forget, my friends, he is indeed a felon. Take a look at that face. If you see him, please do not approach. He is dangerous. This is the little Weslynn. Sweet little 7-month-old baby. Look how cute she is, how loved, how well cared she looks for with those pudgy cheeks. What left her in that front yard? We are waiting to hear who put her there. That white mid-sized SUV that was eyewitnesses said possibly left her there was seen being pulled out of the woods where the bodies were found, along with a black vehicle as well. This is her mother, who she no longer has, 20-year-old Adriana Williams. This is her father, 20-year-old James Williams, who is no longer with little Weslynn. May they rest in peace. Austin Drummond took their lives, according to law enforcement, in this very area where we look right now. This is the area in Tiptonville, Tennessee, in Lake County. The 4 bodies were found here along Carrington Road, and the mother's vehicle, the white SUV, was found here, 620 Carrington Road. As you can see in the thumbnail, the similarities to the area. Here's the poles that we have. This is the area where the bodies were found. Here you can see police when they've located the bodies of 21-year-old James Wilson, Weslynn's father, 20-year-old Adriana Williams, Weslynn's mother, 38-year-old Courtney Rose, Weslynn's grandma, and 15-year-old Braden Williams, Weslynn's maternal uncle. Who in the world is Weslynn Austin, and how is he connected to this family? Well, an aunt came out to explain just that. The statement is written by a woman who identified herself as the sister-in-law and aunt of the 3 victims. And she posted this on Facebook after the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation identified the suspect that unalived her 4 family members as Austin Robert Drummond, 28 years old. And she says, for everyone that's coming to my page from older comments made on the suspect's profile, I'll clarify this one time and one time only. Now, they've been getting a lot of grief already from people, sadly, that aren't leaving the family alone. So we are not going to go into rumors today. We are not going to go into the I heards or my sources said. We are going to stick with what is out there in the media for the sake of this family. This is not a game. This is not a who can get this out there first. This is real lives. So as things come out to the public through the media, I will bring, and the law enforcement, I will bring them to you, but I won't bring rumors. I just don't feel right about doing it. So here is what we know. I'll clarify this one time and one time only. This is a comment I will be copying and pasting, so it may answer more than you've asked, or it may not answer everything you've asked, but I don't want any confusion here. After this, I won't be replying to any of this as we are trying to process, grieve, and be with family. So she herself is the sister-in-law and aunt of the 3 victims. Okay, she was my Courtney Rose, my husband, and Caitlin Speed are siblings. Adriana and Braden are our niece and nephew. Adriana's the mother of Weslynn and Braden's the uncle. Caitlin's the grandmother, or Courtney Rose is the grandmother. Okay. Austin Drummond was Caitlin's boyfriend at one time. Now remember, Caitlin is a sibling. Caitlin is a sibling of Courtney Rose, the grandmother who has passed away. And Drummond was Courtney Rose's sister's boyfriend at one time. Drummond is now wanted for their unaliving. Yes, he was close to our family. Yes, we cared about him and thought he cared about us. He has literally been nothing short of amazing to us and our kids every time he has been around us up until this point. He has been amazing to our niece, Caitlin's daughter, we never expected him to cause any harm to anyone, much less anyone in our family. We are heartbroken. We are confused. We are devastated. We are mortified. We are hurting. Our kids are hurting. If you think for 1 second that people only get hurt by strangers, look up 90% of murder cases. A lot of times it's by someone close to them at one time showed love or support to them. Sometimes it's even their own spouse. So please think before you comment something ugly. And yes, please do. Yes, we thought we knew him. Caitlin thought she knew him. Courtney, Adriana, Braden, and Matthew thought they knew him. We all trusted him. We want justice for my sister-in-law, niece, nephew, and niece's boyfriend. That is 21-year-old James here, again, right here. 20-year-old Adriana, 38-year-old Courtney, and 15-year-old Braden Williams. He had a relationship with the family. Now, one thing you must know is that Drummond is out on bond. Got out of prison after 13 years in September of 24 and is already out on bond. Let's explore what is going on. And by the way, one of his charges is attempted first-degree M in the penitentiary. Should he have been out walking around? Should he have been given bond? Why do we take people and let them go free when we know they already have a criminal background? Well, my friends, when you put someone out on bond who's been in prison for 13 years and recently gotten out and now is being charged and with attempted first-degree M and other charges, and he's on bond, he's got nothing to lose, does he? Because he knows he's going back. And guess what? They had 4 lives to lose, so we need to do better. Since he was out on bond, he was arrested on since he was released September 1st, 2024, he was arrested on even more charges, including meth, contraband, and unlawful telefication devices in a penal facility. And I have his 2 records from the penal facility that I am going to show you from September 1st and December 12th of this year. Dyer and Lake County District Attorney Danny Goodman Jr. stated, Drummond served his entire sentence, so now he's supporting why he's out on bond. Even though he had charges walking out, he's explaining, he served his entire sentence. There was no probation or parole. He had new charges pending from where it occurred inside the prison. Once that happens, meaning once he's finished his sentence, and he's released, it's no different from anyone else who is on the street receiving a charge. I beg to differ. It is very different because not everyone else on the street who's received a charge who has spent 13 years in the slammer for armed robbery. Goodman stated Drummond was transferred to Lake County, where he made bond and where he unalived 4 people shortly after. He is currently out on those bonds for those charges. His court dates that have been set, he has court dates that have been set, has actually appeared in court and now has these current charges that had just occurred, Goodman stated. Shocking way to protect your decisions. Shocking. Here are his charges. Tried my best to blow them up for you so you could see them. So, as you can see, September 1st, 2024, when he was released, he was charged with possession of a handgun of a convicted felon. Now, mind you, this all occurred in the penitentiary. By the way, don't miss the live I did last night. It was shocking when we looked up the penitentiary. Felons there, even level 4, the most dangerous, if they're good for 9 months, those level 4 get this too. Felons there get overnight weekends with children visiting, grandmas and mothers. Shocking decision. They supervise the children. Shocking decision. Children spending the night in the penitentiary. Shocking. He also has a charge of possible Schedule II meth. They are unknown of the severity of that, as well as the possession of the handgun. They are unknown of the severity of that. He's also charged September 1st, as he was exiting the prison, with possible Schedule VI manufacturing, delivery, and sale. Unknown the severity. Also charged with contraband into the penal facility. So he's bringing contraband into the penal facility, unknown severity. Contraband into the penal facility, intoxicant and drugs is another charge, unknown severity. That was from September 1st as they were releasing him. That is what they charged Austin Drummond with. Austin is now 28. So if you think about that, he spent 13 years in prison. So he started very young. So on December 12th of 2024, he was also charged with first-degree M and unknown severity and contraband in the penal facility of unknown severity. But yet, 13 years, they felt he needed to be in a penitentiary for armed robbery because he needed to be away from people. But yet, my friends, what we decide to do is, sadly, release him on bond when he has nothing to lose except going back again, where he spent most of his life. Most of his life, you say? Yes, most of his life. Look at this young Austin Drummond at the age of 17 in Jackson, Tennessee, when he was convicted of committing armed robbery of a 2013 convenience store. Teen convicted in 2013 convenience store robbery. Look at that young face. Look at how young that face is. Austin Drummond. Oops, sorry, y'all. Austin Drummond, 17 of Jackson, was convicted Wednesday of committing a 2013 convenience store armed robbery in Jackson. This was in August of 2014 when he was convicted. Following a trial in Madison County Circuit Court, Division I, the jury deliberated for little less than an hour before finding Drummond guilty of aggravated robbery. Drummond will be held at the Madison County Jail pending sentencing at 9:30 a.m. September 26th. On July 31st, 2013, about 12:30 a.m., the Circle K at 3162 North Highland Avenue was robbed at gunpoint. The investigation revealed that Drummond, then 16, committed that robbery and ran. He was arrested August 21st, 2013, in Daytona Beach, Florida. After a transfer hearing in Madison County Juvenile Court, Judge Christy Little ruled that Drummond could be tried as an adult, thus spending 13 years in the penitentiary at the age of 17. Okay, now look at this. I do want to point out July 31st was his armed robbery. 2 days before that, as far as date-wise, not year, July 29th is when he unalived the individuals. July 31st is when he did the robbery, armed robbery. Interesting, though, that they're just July 29th, July 23rd, 31st. I wonder if that timing is significant for him. Take a look at this man. He's wanted. He's a wanted man. A wanted man, and law enforcement says this wanted man may have changed his appearance. Now, if you look in this photo, he looks very different in these two different photos. So look at his features, look at his eyes. He has blue eyes, brown hair. Just take a look. They say he may have changed his appearance, and he could be armed and dangerous. This is the vehicle that they are looking for, 2016 Audi A3, Tennessee plate R101896, and there could be damage to the driver's side. Now, I understand that there's rumored to be other vehicles, but until that's released by law enforcement, I am not going to cover it until we know the absolute facts. So just so you know, there is a reward of up to $15,000. I have $12,000 on the thumbnail. I will get that changed for this suspect right here. And it all began while searching for this little angel who was left in Dyer County, and then led to the 4 bodies of her family members unalived in a remote area in Lake County, Tiptonville, Tennessee. This is our suspect. He is armed and dangerous. He is on the run. There is a manhunt, and there is a $15,000 reward. And if you see this person, be careful. Call police immediately, because he is on the run. He is the suspect of the unaliving and the aggravated kidnapping of Weslynn. Hit that notification bell for updates on this case. We're waiting for many. This is developing. Will they find Austin Drummond soon before anyone else is hurt or harmed? I pray so, because he has nothing to lose. That is why you don't let people like that out on bond. Talk soon, my friends. Hit that notification bell for updates on this breaking, developing story.